Bama gang. We always hit the nail on the head. So check this out, my Miami Hurricane fans. Now, before we get this video started, I want to ask y'all a question. How do you guys feel about Willis McGahee being denied access to the field, being on the sideline at the Miami Hurricanes home game? Let me know how you guys feel about that. Apparently, he was denied access because of his affiliation with Nevin Shapiro. This is no secret. This was basically said, and you guys could go check it out yourself on the Nevin Shapiro show. As you guys know, or if you don't know, Nevin Shapiro got a podcast on YouTube. You guys can check it out if you feel like it, or if you don't, oh well. But it was said that basically because of his affiliation with Nevin Shapiro, Willis McGahee was not granted access to the field or the facilities. Let me know how you guys feel about that. But let's talk about what I really came here to talk about. Shannon Dawson. My guy, Shannon Dawson. Mr. Up the Middle himself. Listen, man. Up the middle. That's finally, I think it's finally taking its toll on Shannon Dawson. Now, I know that most of the time the coaching staff should be tuning out social media, what the fans are saying, what this, that, and the third, but it's clear that Shannon Dawson has seen some of you guys' issues with the run game, especially up the middle. A gap, B gap. Apparently, most of the runs, if you guys are watching, could be considered going up the middle. Some fans and, some other people are saying that it's very predictable and easy to beat. And to the Miami Hurricanes defense, I would say it's been working. I mean, long as the offensive line push, get my goal behind anybody and have him push, and it'll work. But what a lot of fans have noticed since game one, it's a lot of up the middle, man. Now, Shannon Dawson in his interview this Monday or whatever, basically said it ain't gonna change. The runs are gonna be up the middle. I'm just kidding. He didn't say that directly. But basically what he's saying is most of the time when you see the runs up the middle or this, that, and third, his game plans, his run concepts and all that ain't gonna change. Now, him being called out, I do believe that some of it will change. You will see some maybe different looks in run plays. Maybe you won't. Maybe you just use the interview to psych out some of the opponents. Maybe, him doing what he did, some opponents gonna say, all right, well, since they called him out, he's gonna run some different plays and now we're gonna have to stop it. Let's go back and see what outside of running up the middle, what has Miami done so we could be prepared for that. That's tough. Now, let me know in the comment section. Watching Miami Hurricane games, have you seen Shannon Dawson run a lot of up the middle run plays? Do you see him calling the ball up the middle run plays? Man, let me know in the chat. This should be very interesting. Now, I don't know what to tell y'all. I'll say this. I saw Mark Fletcher run up the middle for 3 touchdowns. I can't complain about that. You're not going to complain about that. Long as we winning, if the plays are up the middle, nobody's going to complain about it. Let's just be honest. When you're winning, the problems seem to don't exist. But as soon as you lose, those same problems that you've noticed from game one, all of a sudden becomes a problem now that you're 7 games in. That's tough. Now, let's just be honest. If Miami comes out against SMU, and let's just say Shannon Dawson calls 30 run plays, 30 of them went up the middle, A gap, B gap, whichever, pick whatever. Let's just say it goes up to A gap 30 times. We get touchdowns, we get some big runs here and there, you know, momentum shifting runs and stuff like that. Nobody's gonna care. Nobody's gonna care that the ball went up the middle 30 times, long as the results are good. Now, let's just say run plays up the middle, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, stuff like that, 4th and 1 and stuff like that, and it does not work. We get stopped. Then all the complaints are gonna come. Let's be honest with ourselves. All the complaints are gonna come. More than likely, if the run plays are working up the middle, nobody's gonna complain. At the end of the day, the wins is what drive the fans, more than just watching a boring offense or a vanilla offense, like you guys like to call it. That's tough. That's tough. Now, I'm gonna say this. The reason why I think the offense in total to some of you guys have looked vanilla is because, in my opinion, that 4-game interception kind of tilted the trust in Carson Beck. I think Carson Beck can earn that trust back. I do believe he will. He's been making solid plays the last game we saw him. So, who knows? Not gonna expect for him to basically light it up or anything. Or like Shannon Dawson said, I'm not gonna expect different run schemes, different run concept where you have Carson Beck literally running the ball or, you know, any of that sort. If you're looking for Carson Beck to do Cam Ward-like things, you're looking in the wrong place. You're looking in the wrong place. Because we all knew this when Carson Beck came to Miami. He was a pocket present quarterback. Now, have he taken off and ran a couple times and picked up, you know, key yards here and there, whether it's at Georgia or Miami? Yes, we've seen it. It's not going to be something you see majority of the time. It's not. So I get the frustration with the up the middle, this, that, and the third. I get it. But like Shannon Dawson said, and this is not my words, Shannon Dawson has said, it's not going to change. It's not going to change. These run plays that you see are not going to change. Now, some suggestions was thrown his way during that interview. And I do expect to see maybe 1 or 2 of those plays being thrown in there just for the hell of it. But if I don't, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. At the end of the day, guys, if running up the middle 30 times means Miami win, I'll take it. I'll take it. We don't have to like it, but we'll take it. Because at the end of the day, a win's a win. Now, Miami's in a particular situation, and I've told you guys this in other videos. Based off us losing to Louisville, we do not run the table when it comes to making the ACC, championship outright. Had we just won every game, beat every ACC opponent, we would be there. We would, let's just say we beat Louisville. Let's just say we beat Stanford. We would be the number 2 team in the country right now, plain and simple. At the end of the day, if we have 3 ACC teams that's undefeated in conference play, Miami's going to be chosen number 1 because we are the highest ranked and we're the number 2 team in the country. Who's going to keep that team out of the playoffs, out of the ACC championship? Nobody. But we're in a particular situation now where we have to depend on other teams to do certain things that, if you look at their schedule, is unlikely. Georgia Tech, Virginia, and Louisville. As long as Miami wins out, those are the 3 teams that we literally have to depend on. 2 of them to be exact. 2 of them to be exact. We don't need all 3. We just need 2 of them to take L's. If Georgia Tech take an L, Miami wins out, Miami will be in that ACC championship, talk. Virginia, we need Virginia to take a loss. Plain and simple. If Virginia and Georgia Tech could take a loss, Miami's back in there. Miami's back in there. Plain and simple. If Virginia take a loss, Louisville doesn't, Miami's out of luck. If Georgia Tech take a loss, Virginia doesn't, Louisville doesn't, Miami's out of luck. No ACC championship. Ain't no ACC championship there. But we're in a particular situation right now where we don't necessarily need to win an ACC championship to make it to the playoffs. I keep telling you that. Until Miami, and I don't think this will happen, by the way, I don't think we lose another game this season. I think that loss to Louisville put a fire under the guys. I think they see the reality right in front of them. One loss right now could be a season ender when it comes to playoffs and ACC championship aspirations. One loss kills it all, plain and simple. There is no match on our schedule right now that's not an ACC matchup. So we can't lose not one of these next 5 games. I'm telling you straight up. We lose that, as far as championship, as far as ACC, anything, we're done. We're done. Pick a bowl game, maybe a highly ranked bowl game, respectable bowl game, I guess, and that's where we will be if we lose a game. So it's win or go home kind of deal right now. I don't know if this culture that we built is strong enough to say, okay, we just lost 2 games. We're just going to go to a bowl game, basically, unless miracles happen and boom, we're going to go to the bowl game and we'll give it 100%, and everybody's going to, go and give it 100%. I don't know. I believe in what Mario is building. I believe in what he's trying to accomplish. I believe in my coach. Since Mario gotten here, I've always said, hey, get a guy 4 years to recruit. In the 5th year, we should be competing for championships. Right now, if we're in the playoffs, we're ahead of my I guess a little standard that I set for my coach when he first got here. If we're in the playoffs this season, I guess I'm a little bit ahead of my standard, I guess. And next season, and the way things are going, should be, championship runs and shit like that. But it could happen this year. Don't put it out of, out of play or whatever. But I just wanted to talk to you guys real quick while I'm on this walk or whatever you want to call it, give my little walk on out here. Let me know how you guys are feeling, man. Do you guys believe that Miami could win the next 5 games? Do y'all see any stumbles? Do you see any hiccups? Opponents, I'll give you all our opponents. We got Pitt, the last game of the season. We got Virginia Tech, NC State. We got SMU Saturday at 12 o'clock in Dallas. And outside of that, Syracuse. We got Syracuse. Granted that Syracuse is not in a, bit of a shape to be, really discussing right now, but that's tough. Now, I'm going to do this in another video. Basically, I'm going to talk to you guys about some of the other teams that could give Miami a run for their money if they don't play for an ACC championship to make the playoffs. This could come down to a debate. If Miami stays at number 10, we could be debating whether or not certain teams in the Big 12, certain teams in the, independent, Notre Dame, even though Miami beat them, those teams we could possibly be talking about who gets in, who gets out. Plain and simple, the same conversation that we had last year. We don't want that. Let's just be honest about how college football is structured right now when it comes to the college football playoffs. Big 10, they want 4. SEC, they want 4. That's 8 spots. And then, boom, ACC champion, that's 9. Big 12 champion, that's 10. Those are 10 spots. Oh, Group of 5 champion, that's 11. And then conversation for, what's left over. Oh, Notre Dame, pay attention. They might have lost the first 2 games, but they're creeping up, and you know how this TV stuff, this money stuff works. Miami might be more deserving at the end of the season than some of these teams, but sometimes that's where the cookie crumbles, dog. So let's win our games and just hope for the best. That's tough.